hope this sounds okay. Hi, my name is Alex, and we're a little new at this, so we're just gonna kind of go with the flow. I'm Alex. Welcome to Anxious Alex. It's gonna be a little mix of everything, because who knows what's to come. Basically, this is gonna be a platform where I just kind of talk about what's on my mind, what's going on in my life, and maybe what's going on in yours. Kind of like little sessions to just talk about life. So, like I said, I've never done this before. Just starting fresh. But I do have some things that I would love to talk about, and maybe perhaps get to know you guys more. But my name is Alex. I'm a senior. Oh my goodness, there's something in my eye. I really hope this audio is okay, because if not, I'm gonna have to buy a little microphone. That might be cuter. I might have to buy a little microphone, but yeah, I'm a senior. I'm out in Arizona. I used to be an athlete, and now I'm not. That's scary. Maybe that's what we'll talk about today. I was gonna talk about something completely different, but now that it's on my mind, let's talk about that. So, sports, athletics, and school, managing it all. So I was a very big athlete in high school. I played athletics all 4 years, the big four: freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year, and now I'm all done. And how it goes, basically, if you've never played sports before, like there's usually a sport in every single season. So it'll be like, your fall sports when the school just starts, it's like volleyball, cross country, football, and cheer's happening. And then fall, winter, spring, summer. There's really there are summer sports, but it's not like schools. Okay, anyways, winter sports will be like wrestling, girls basketball, boys basketball, soccer. And then the spring, there's boys volleyball, beach volleyball, track. And then there's just like a bunch of like off-season sports that go during the summer, like wrestling again is like, I think wrestling and cheer are kind of just like full-time sports, which is fine. I'm trying to find a way so you guys can like get a view. Oh, our drink this morning is a matcha I just made it. I posted it on my TikTok of how I make it. I thought it was really cute. I'll put my TikTok down below. That's my spam. I have 2 TikToks. I have a spam and I have a main because I got bored. But yeah, so those are the sports in all 4 seasons. And what I did is I did indoor volleyball, I did beach volleyball, and this last year I did wrestling. And throughout all of those seasons, at our school we lift. So lifting is a part of our schedule, and it's Olympic lifting, so I was lifting all the time, 24/7. And now I can't. Story time of why. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. I basically got really hurt during wrestling before sectionals and had to go to the hospital. A lot of things were wrong, and then I came back and I wasn't able to wrestle for sectionals or state, which was really upsetting because I had performed really well this season, but I wasn't able to come back and wrestle for sectionals or state. And it was really unfortunate because the tournament that I got hurt at, we had 1 week and then it was sectionals. So we had 2 weeks and then it was sectionals. So and I was still in the hospital in that first week. So that was definitely not happening. And so now I can't really lift or do anything. So I thought, why don't I speak and find other things to do that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't had the chance to. So that, and I'm also not able to do beach volleyball. But that is something that I felt I wasn't going to do anyways because I had not had a great experience in my last 2-3 years being in the program. So I was like, I'm just not gonna do it. That's okay. And that's okay. And that was a really hard thing for me to do because with both indoor and outdoor volleyball, those were like, that was my holy grail, okay? And a lot of girls who used to do volleyball, who don't do volleyball now, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about, especially seniors, when you have your senior night and you play your last game ever. Not even, because when you have a senior night, it's your last home game, and usually you have a game or two after that. So when you play that game or two after that, you don't know it's going to be your last game. And then all I can remember, I was speaking to my friend about this, all I can remember for my last ever game is it was the last point I went to serve. I served, I went over the right side, which is basically the right side on the other team. Once you go hit the ball, amazing hit. I dug it. I sound so stupid. I sound like one of those people who don't know what they're talking about. I received the ball, it went up, and then there was something at the net where the ref called that someone was under the net and blew the whistle and the other team won, and I dropped to my knees sobbing. Not a great moment for me. Dropped to my knees sobbing. And I hadn't thought about it because at the time, like, I felt that I was completely fine and I was acting normal. But I looked at the video. She was not cute. She was not cute whatsoever. So I dropped to my knees sobbing, and then I had to get up, and then we had to leave. And then ever since then, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. But, sorry, that was gross. Ooh. But, ever since my junior year playing indoor volleyball, I wanted to quit. Because I didn't really have a great experience with the coaches or anything. And I feel like your junior year is supposed to be like your prime year of like where you're trying to get scholarships, you're trying to get recruited, because that was a big thing for me. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go play like sports in high school. I have to. I'm gonna go play sports and do all these crazy, amazing things. But that didn't happen. So now you have to be an academic weapon and get some scholarships. But it's okay, because our essay was pretty darn great. So my junior year, I was like, no, I don't want to do it. Please don't make me do this. And nobody was making me do that, by the way. I was making myself do it. So let's put that on the record. Nobody was making me do it. But I just felt like I had to do it, because if I didn't, then everything I would have went through would have been for nothing. And I feel like a lot of athletes can relate to that, especially when they get older and it's a sport that they started at such a young age, is that if you don't reach like your final goal of getting recruited, having a senior night, winning something big, like winning a championship, they'll be like, oh, that was all for nothing. And it's like, not necessarily, because you do, like, in my head, when I was like, oh, I'm not gonna play anymore, like, I finished my senior night and I'm all done, that was all for nothing. It really wasn't, because there were so many like still amazing moments throughout my career. I don't really know how else to say it. My high school career, essentially. There were so many great moments in that I kind of like discredited, and I didn't really give the attention that they needed, because I was like, well, I didn't go to a D1 school, so I must suck. And it's just like that. No, like there are so many players, even nowadays, if you watch like D3 volleyball and D4 volleyball, you'll notice that like there are some killers out on the court, out on the field, that play at a D3 school that could totally be D1, but still so many D1 athletes today like don't want to play and don't want to do it because they can't take the pressure and just everything on it. Like, there's been times where you put D3 schools against D1 schools, and D3 schools will win and be happy, and in their lives it's more of a small knit community, and they're getting more academic support, they're doing what they want to do, they're having more time to rest and all these things. And as your D1 career, from what I've seen and like kind of what I've heard and been told, is that like everything is on a schedule. Like very much, you lift, you practice, you school, 30-minute nap. 7 days a week, and some people, that's what they need, and they love it, and they love it. But I know for me, I wasn't gonna love it, because I feel like it would feel so similar to high school of having a schedule, and that, hate that. So, but, senior year, it was okay. Senior year so far, it's been a lot of ups and downs, let me tell you. I went from the beginning of the year feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to a school and play volleyball for the rest of my life. and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna move, and I'm never gonna see anybody ever again, and whatever, you know? News flash. Not happening. So, from the beginning of the year, I was very much, because two of my closest friends, they don't go to school with me. And so to me, I was like, oh, so I'm a loner. That's why I'd rather be a loner. Y'all know that song? No? Okay, it's fine. I keep shaking the table when I'm trying to move my leg up, so we're just gonna move it and we're not gonna move it. We're gonna move it and we're not gonna move it. We're gonna move it up and we're not gonna move it. Cool. So basically, I was like, no, I want to move out of state. I never want to see this ugly place ever again. There's some beautiful parts, don't get me wrong, don't come hating at me, but it's not my favorite ever. It's really not. I just noticed my pretty flowers back there. I have two more right here. I have these ones. They were gifted to me by my lady. These ones are my favorite. Aren't they pretty? Those ones are cute. Those are my favorite flowers, tulips and baby stuff. Sorry, we're getting off topic. Moving forward. I was like, I don't want to live here. I want to move out of state. I'm gonna go play volleyball, gonna do something. Cause like ever since I was little, I was like, I need that full ride scholarship. That did not happen. So now we're applying for any and every scholarship in the world, you know? So, and then as the year got on, I was like, Because also, mind you, I did wrestling this year. I've never wrestled. I've done other contact sports. Never wrestled in my life. I was like, oh, this is going to be rough. And it was. Oh, trust me, it was. It was rough the first, I want to say, week or so of practice. Because, yes, volleyball girls condition, but I don't think, now that I've done it, I don't think any other sport has harder conditioning than wrestling. That was terrible. That was horrible. Oh my gosh. Do I have a better endurance now? Yeah, 100% I do. However, I did not want to do it. I was like dying after every single time, but it's okay. I found a much better community in that, and I made a lot of friends. And there are girls that like I would probably be close with the rest of my life. And that's just something that I didn't really feel that I got from volleyball, at least towards the end. They weren't really girls that I was talking to every single day. And now with wrestling, like I'm talking to, like season is over, but I still see them every day. I still talk to them every day. It's just like, oh. And also we had a great girls program. We had a really good girls program. We were doing a lot of tournaments, and we had like a 3-time state champ. Love you. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if she wants to be on this or not, which is fine, but you know who you are. But love her. She was my partner for a majority of the season, and she's just adorable. She's my favorite. I love her so much. She's so sweet and so kind and so determined to kind of just do anything that she puts her mind to. So, but I did wrestling this season, and that kind of changed a lot of things for me because I went from just kind of talking to like those volleyball coaches and everything, and now these wrestling coaches. Because mind you, I don't know. You can probably tell I'm not a very petite girl. I'm not. Okay. I think it's funny when I say I'm mid. She's mid. Like I'm compared to a lot of other girls. I would take myself as a bigger girl, and it's not like I'm trying to think of a word. Like my weight class, I was a 165 weight class, and then after the break, a 167. I was a 167 weight class. I was under in that weight class because I was like, this conditioning was killing me. Because also I'm a very hydrated queen. Not water, by the way. I'm a very hydrated queen. And so I was just sweat everything out at practice. But basically I was under in my weight class. So I would be like, oh no, I'm not petite because I'm staying next to other weight classes. And then I would get to them, I'll be like, I'm going to lose. And I did it for the most part. Granted, I did sometimes. They got me. Hey, take it, okay? That one girl sent me to the hospital. No, you earned that, okay? Like, like you got that. But compared to like some other girls, I would say that I'm a bigger girl, and it's because I'm a lot more muscular, and I have been since I was little. Like, I have really, really big legs. Like, I have big quads. But I'm short. I'm like 5'3", so I'm like short and a little stubby. So I'm like, I'm not petite, but that's okay. Where was I going with this? Forgot where I was going with this. Anyways, so yeah, the wrestling coach would see this to be like, oh, 165. Because also, mind you, from this entire season, there wasn't a whole lot of girls in my weight class. Like, we would have some duels and I would just get like forfeit. Like, cool. We're cool. But there wasn't a whole lot of girls in my weight class, so coaches would see that and they'd be like, ooh, let's get her. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I've only been, like, this is my first year. They're like, but I was like, no. And I was thinking about it, but I was like, no. And a bunch of, about the same question that people ask me throughout this entire, do you regret not starting your freshman year? And I'm like, no, I don't regret it. Because I feel, and I say this every single time, I'm like, I would have got burnt out the same way that I did in volleyball in wrestling. Like, guaranteed. It's just something in my mind. Like, I believe that everything is, like, happens for a reason. So, obviously, like, when I got hurt and everything, I was just like, it was meant to happen. Like, this was supposed to happen. I feel like even if I didn't do that match, if I didn't have that finals match, I still would have gotten hurt. Like, just something, I have a really deep and good intuition, I like to say. Like, I don't feel that my intuition lies to me a lot. And in my head, I was like, also, I'm a very, name of the channel, anxious. I'm very anxious, and I very much overthink and overcalculate anything and everything that I do. And so, like, for a lot of the time, I'd be like, I'm gonna get hurt, I'm gonna get hurt, I'm gonna get hurt, and just cycling through my head. And I would feel the same way about volleyball too, because I've sprained my ankle and jacked up my hips and my knees more than 10 times, more than 10, 15 times over the, like, 4 years. I've jacked up my knees, my ankles, and my hips, and a little bit of my back. And so I'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna get hurt, oh my god, and just freaking out every second. But also, anytime I had a tweak in my body, I'd be like, shut up, like, it doesn't matter. And it would just keep, like, allowing me to get hurt more. So I did kind of put this upon myself, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. I'm not promoting this. Please, if you're hurt, let somebody know. Let a coach know. Let your teammate know. Like, please don't hide your injuries, because it's going to leave you to get hurt more. And then you're probably going to end up in the hospital. So, I'm not encouraging that. Please don't do that. That's terrible advice. But that's just how I was, because I wanted to I didn't, and it's not that a lot of pressure was being put on me. I hated feeling like I let somebody down. Like, my coaches, when I couldn't go to sectionals in state, I feel like I let them down. And immediately as I got hurt, I was sobbing, crying to them. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't make it. I'm so sorry. Like, because I knew. I was just like, I'm not going to be able to come back. Like, point blank, period. But I was like, no, like, I don't regret at all not starting sooner, because I would have been the same way if I was in volleyball. Like, I would have reacted the same. I would have done the same exact things. Oh my god, my milk. Hold on, I'm gonna put my milk. I gotta whip this out. It's okay, guys. We're good. We're okay. But I 100% feel like I would have reacted the same and done the same exact things if I had started wrestling so early. And adding that to volleyball, I would have been dead. Like, I would have been burnt out all 4 years. And I already was burnt out in high school all 4 years. And I make this joke, and me and my friends say it all the time, just like, I've had senioritis since I was a freshman. Hey, but you're gonna be proud of me. I've only missed, I want to say I've only missed like a week or two of school. which is really, really good considering I've been wanting to leave every single day. But also I do have a shortened schedule. Like, I go to school from like 7:40 to 1, or maybe 12:40 on some days, and then I go home. It's like, just love that. It's a really good schedule to have. A lot of kids at our school have it, so can't complain. A lot of the kids at our school have it, and it's essentially just you wake up really early to do a class, and it makes up for a class that you could have had for a 5th period, and then you go home before lunch, which is amazing news. And then we just have even shorter days. We have even shorter days where they have like a period after your 4th period for you to like get help, study, or have a club. So they shorten the rest of our classes, which is fine. But I had really bad senioritis as a freshmanitis, junioritis, sophomoritis. I want to say my freshman and my junior year, I skipped the most days of school. I don't want to be there. Like, arrest me. I didn't want to be there. But I've always been that way about school. So let's kind of switch the route from talking about sports to talking about school. And I'll tie these together, because the only reason that I would stay in school and wanted to perform well at school is so I could play sports. Right? That's just always how it was in my head. It's just like, oh, I really don't want to score. I don't want to do this test. I don't want to do this homework. But if I don't do this test, go to school and do this homework, I won't be able to play. But I also hated playing. So I was just like confused. I was like, okay, I hate going to school, but I like going to sports better than I like going to school. But I would also rather be home than going to sports and going to school. Like, I was just in this conflict with myself 24/7. That's how you know I need to wash my hair. Okay, little side note. I have naturally curly hair. I know I'm starting off this first video of having straight hair because I just wanted to. Because also another big thing, I'm a big girl. I sweat a lot. I sweat so much. And having lifting in my schedule, always like doing sports, my hair, it would frizz. So I would like try not to straighten my hair. But since I haven't had that, I straighten my hair. But my hair is naturally curly. So these little like bang pieces that you've been seeing, I cut and dye my own hair. Oh no. Good morning. Okay, it's okay. Anyways, I cut and dye my hair myself. And so if you have curly hair, the next video I'll have curly hair, so you guys don't come and like shame me and be like, she doesn't have curly hair. I promise I do, okay? I've had curly hair ever since I was a little baby. Those cute little finger curls. But, so I cut my hair in kind of layers. I've gotten better at it, but I kind of messed up here because I went to go cut and I cut too short and it scrunched up. I'm like, right. So this is just how they look now, but it's okay. It is okay. But what was I talking? That's how you know I need to wash my hair. So I'm getting over. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry. Okay, I forgot what I was talking about. School. I was talking about school. I don't even remember what I was talking about with school. This is bad. This is also why I don't give myself like notes or like stuff I want to talk about, because we started about how I was sobbing on my senior night to now talking about my hair. So, whoop-de-doo. But my freshman and my junior year, I had the whole conflict, and I would basically only go to school so I could do sports. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to perform because I crave athletic validation, but I also wanted to be in school because I crave academic validation. So, but I hated going to school. And I don't think that I hated going to school to do the work, because let's restart. I'm a very good worker independently. I'm a great independent worker. Like, I know a lot of people hate this. If you just give me a lecture in a quiet room in darkness, I will cook up those notes. I will have the prettiest notes you've ever seen, and I'll do fine. But the second you say, okay, everyone, let's find a partner, let's find a group, my biggest fear, and probably the reason I wanted to leave every single day. I don't know why everybody likes group work, but here's my theory. School is basically set up to get you ready for the work world and for you to say, yes, I can do this task, yes, I can work with other people, and boom, it's done. Same thing with like due dates and homework assignments, or like doing work that you think has no meaning to it. Like in math, when you're coming back from summer, there's like, okay, what's 2 + 2? And you have to do a whole assignment of like basic addition, just like, why do I have to do this? They're just like, well, it's about 50% of your grade. Like, same thing with the work field. Like, you may not want to do stuff that people give to you. Like, essentially look at it as like your teacher is your boss and you're working, and be like, Alex, but I'm not even getting paid. Like, I don't even want to do this. You're getting paid in knowledge. Like, that's what I was always told, is that you're getting paid in knowledge and you're learning. And I do think that once I was able to kind of find more classes that I enjoyed, that I was fine with that. Like, I've taken a lot of dual enrollment classes, which means I do harder classes or AP classes in a subject that I enjoy. Like, I really like history and I really like psychology, so I took higher classes for that. And I was fine with doing the extra work and doing all of that because it was something that I enjoyed to do and I was learning. Now, math. Don't get me started on math. I hate I don't understand. So all of that I didn't understand math like other kids did. Like, I feel like in some areas, like I would say like I'm English and history smart. Like, I'm not science and math smart. If you're science and math smart, hell yeah. Oh, heck yeah. I'm here for you. I love that you're science and math smart. I am not. I can't. Like, I'm taking anatomy and physiology right now. I'm pushing through. The bones. It was a rough semester. Anyways, so I really just didn't like going to school, and also because I didn't really like being with people that I didn't like. Like, teachers were basically just saying like, you may not like them, but you have to work with them. It's just like, why would I do that? Like, why would I do that? I actually don't understand why I would work with somebody who I don't like and I know doesn't like me. So, like, we're just gonna be butting heads all the time, okay? And they're just like, just be fake. And it's just like, that's something that I've always had an issue with, is they're just like, oh, just be fake, just put on a happy face. And it's just like, I don't know if you see my face, but we can't do that for people that I don't like and I'm not around. But that's okay, okay? It's okay to be very expressive in how you feel and be open on what you're thinking. I don't feel like anybody should try to dismiss that in any means whatsoever. But I didn't like, because also, mind you, I didn't have a lot of my friends in my classes, so I was always alone. Like, in the 4 years I've been to high school, I've had, oh, there's a little bird outside. In the 4 years I've been in high school, I've only had, I want to say 4 classes, with my friends. And that's not with my whole group of friends. No. That's 4 classes with one friend. I had one my junior year, my freshman year, and then my weights class, but like we're lifting, so you're probably and how that's made is basically your athletes and people that you are on a team with, so that's kind of together. But it's like, so I've had 3 in the 4 years. I've had 3 classes with my friends. So every other class, I had like a 0 through 6 for like 2 years, and then a 0 through 4, and then a 0 through 5. So all of those classes, I've only had 3, count them, 3 with my friends. So every other day, I was just being quiet, because also, I'm a very shy and quiet person when I don't know you. Like, very much but also, don't get this wrong, if I'm in a classroom with somebody, and they're like, let's talk politics. Like in my AP Gov class, like I maybe have like one girl that I know, love her. Okay, 4 classes with my friends, love her. Oh, there's a quail on the wall. Okay. I have 4 classes with my friends, and so like in my AP Government class, we're obviously gonna have to talk about politics. And usually I'll just sit down and shut up. Like I really don't care about, because there's a bunch of kids in my class that are just like, I'm right, I'm left, and it's like, cool, that's amazing. But it's when those people are like, it's like, oh, whoa, and that's when I don't become a very quiet person. I'm just like, actually, I think you're wrong, and this is why. And that turns into a whole fiasco. I don't know. That turns into a whole thing, and it's basically like, and it's okay. I stand my ground. It's okay. We work through it. You're entitled to your right or wrong opinion, and so am I, and that's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. And that is okay. It's okay. And so, but other than that, like in subjects that I'm good at, I'll be talkative and I'll kind of like say what I'm thinking. But in other classes, well, even then, it's like only when the teacher's asking a question. I'm like, here's what I think, and then that's it. And yeah, like that would just be the base of it. But other than that, like I wasn't going out of my way to like make a group or talk to people, any of that stuff. And I think when a lot of people, like a lot of freshmen ask me now, because now I'm like in that upperclassman thing or whatever, they're like, oh, like what's one piece of advice that you give? I was just like, be okay with being alone. Like it is okay to be alone and to be by yourself for a majority part of your like school day. Like when you think about it, it's really only 6 hours. And even then, you may see some people that you know, you may see some friends like when you have lunch or stuff like that. But even that, like I remember my sophomore year, I didn't have like any friends whatsoever. And I just like be okay with being alone and being able to enjoy your own company and get to know yourself. Like the more you get to know yourself, the better it's gonna be for you to go and meet other people and find interests. Because if you know what your interests are and you know what you like to talk about and what you enjoy to do and your hobbies and your interests, you're going to be able to say, oh, this person is like me, I like that, or I don't like that, or this person isn't really like me and I don't really like what they do, and that's okay. Like, know yourself before you try and get to know other people. I think, ow, that really hurt. I think knowing yourself and understanding yourself on a deeper intellectual level and emotional level allows everything else that you do in life to become so much easier. Like, for a lot of my life, I didn't really understand myself all too well, and I was always trying to please other people and kind of change what I felt so I could make friends and I could be with other people, because I've always been the kid that maybe had like maybe 1 or 2 friends, and that was it. And I would always try to change myself to kind of fit into that larger popular area, when really I just needed to have other people come to me and what I was interested in, what I liked. So I would always like, just be yourself. But sorry, that was stupid. Literally just be yourself, because the more you try to push yourself into a category of like people individuals that you really aren't, it's going to be a lot harder to fake once you get older. And however, I'm not discouraging if you want to try and be somebody else because you enjoy, like if you've created this version in yourself of, if you've created this version of yourself in your head and are basically like, you know what, I would love to be that person. Go and be that person. What I'm saying is don't allow yourself to try and be that person when you know you're not. That's the big message right there. That's kind of all I wanted to talk about today. Talked quite a lot. I don't really know how much I want to post or anything. We're just trying it out. We're trying new things. I know for my 2026 board, like I put that I wanted to try something new every day. And that first just started with like fun drinks. Like I would go to Dutch or Starbucks and be like, I'm gonna try something new today. I'm not gonna get a chai latte. I'm gonna get a chai latte with caramel. Like I was trying to be so different. Still am trying to be so different. But trying something new, things like this is always something that I've wanted to do and kind of just talk and yap because I can do this for quite some time. Especially with myself. Like literally I'm looking at myself and I'm just talking, and I don't really have a problem with that. So this is something that I've been wanting to do for a really, really long time, especially because I listen and I watch so many podcasts, and I'm like, you know what? They did amazing. But like same thing with a YouTube channel, like YouTube, podcasting, like Get Ready With Me is, like I do all that stuff on my little TikTok, and I just make a morning posture with me, like do my lashes with me. Also, they look okay. They're a little, ooh, one of the end isn't too amazing, but it's okay. They look a little more natural. I usually have like these thick, puffy lashes, but it's okay. I hope everybody has an amazing, wonderful morning if you decide to stop by and listen to me talk about random things for like 40 minutes. I hope that you have an amazing day. Yeah, I'll probably put my lovely little TikTok and Instagram below if you want to see more content. Because I know for me, I switched from watching really long YouTube videos to just scrolling on TikTok, so I get it. But yeah, I hope you have an amazing day. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow for more. Yeah.